One can never have too many Pachyrhinosaurus, right? Right? I'm running out of space, but it's BOTM, so it's all okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited to be providing you with an early look at the Beasts of the Mesozoic Fans' Choice Pachyrhinosaurus. First of all, I want to extend a massive thank you to David Silva for reaching out to me and sending this new Pachyrhinosaurus for an early look. I'm so excited about this. I'm a huge BOTM fan, so it's making me nerd out. We've already reviewed the previous version of this Pachyrhinosaurus last year, so I'm not going to go in depth on this sculpt or articulation since it's exactly the same on this one. I really want to focus on what's different here, which is the color scheme, of course. But very quickly, the detail is wonderfully preserved in the sculpt as always, and the articulation works great. And also a quick reminder to use a hairdryer or warm water to loosen up those joints a bit before moving your figures around. It's very helpful. Oh, and the jaw on this Pachy works great. If you remember, my other Pachy had a jaw that liked to pop off randomly. I knew that was just a fluke with my particular model, however. No! I'm so sorry! Now let's jump into the new stuff, the colors. This fan-voted coloration is based on Scowler the Pachyrhinosaurus from the 2013 Walking with Dinosaurs film. But when you compare the source material with the final product, there are a lot of differences. In fact, I wouldn't have guessed this was Scowler from Walking with Dinosaurs personally, and I really like that. Some of the patterns here, especially on the face, are reminiscent of patterns on Scowler, but David Silva has seemed to take a general palette from the film's Pachyrhinosaurus and apply it to his own patterns and such on this model. And I think it worked out great because I definitely prefer the look of David Silva's design substantially more over the movie's design, and this design for BOTM also just fits in with the general look of the rest of the series better. When I first saw the completed prototype for this Fans' Choice Pachy, I honestly didn't have a preference between the two versions that David Silva made. But I'm so happy that he offered to send this one out to me to experience it in hand because, just straight up, this one is better than the other one. Not only is the quality of the paint application so much better, especially in the patterns, but I just have grown to strongly prefer this color scheme over the old version. One big thing that was holding me back from getting this one was the lack of blue on it. The old version of the Pachy, while not being primarily blue, had a lot of blue on it that made it unique from the primarily warm-colored Ceratopsian series as a whole. But seeing this new version in hand, there was actually a lot of faded blues on the color scheme, and most obviously, a bright blue stripe on either side of the face, some blue speckles on the neck, and a blue tip on the tail. I've never said blue so much in my life. It's not as much of the color compared to the previous version, but it's enough of it to add obvious visual contrast to the entire color scheme, preventing it from being another large yellow, orange, and black Ceratopsian like the Xenoceratops. I think this color scheme just complements the sculpt so much better too, especially on the head, where the patterns highlight the contours on the face so much better. I love the black bordering the frill and surrounding the eyes, and I absolutely adore the flame-like patterns on the frill. I already gave this Pachy the nickname Scorch after the Titan from Titanfall 2, which goes hand in hand with the nickname Legion for my other BOTM Pachyrhinosaurus. Both Legion and Scorch are the two ogre chassis titans in the game. I thought those names fit the pair great. The old version of the BOTM Pachyrhinosaurus was really impactful for me when I first got it because of its size, and I still really like its coloration, but now that Wave 3 of the Ceratopsians came out, resulting in me getting most of them. Because the wave consisted of only big ones, the Wave 2 Pachyrhinosaurus just kind of felt left in the dust, and I think it has to do with its colors. Its coloration is a lot more simple than the rest of the Ceratopsian series, and that's not a bad thing, but when it's up on the shelf with equally sized and bigger figures from the same series that feature super bright colors and complex unique patterns, it kind of got lost in the mix and forgotten for me a bit. The new Fans' Choice version, however, with its amazing bold patterns and wonderful color blending, fits right in with the rest of the series and completely reinvigorated my love for this sculpt. Pachyrhinosaurus is one of my favorite Ceratopsian genuses, and I'm really happy that I have a BOTM version that really stands out on my shelf now. David Silva, you won me over with this one. Thanks for the early look once again. I'm in love with this one now. This figure also comes with a collector's card featuring paleo art from Gabriel Uguero, which is also featured on the packaging for this one, including the slide-out sleeve on the inside of the box. The back, which also features the rest of the Fan's Choice ceratopsians in the series, consisting of the Medusaceratops, which we've already reviewed, the Walking with Dinosaurs Torosaurus, and Old Buck, the Styracosaurus from the Dinosauria YouTube series. So cool we got a figure of that one, I just have to say. In case you're wondering how big this Pachy is, it's the same size as the old version, so it's generally about 15 inches long. 15 inches long.
15 inches long.
Dimensions are going to change depending on the pose it's in. And for a quick comparison, here it is with the old version of the Pachy, as well as the Fan's Choice Medusaceratops. I now have 15 ceratopsians total. Call me an addict all you want, I couldn't be happier. Well guys, that's going to do it for this review of the Fan's Choice Beasts of the Mesozoic Pachyrhinosaurus. This one should be available by next month. In the meantime, take advantage of that sweet pre-order deal using the link in the description. Once again, a massive thank you to David Silva for giving me this opportunity. Let me know what you guys think of this Pachy down below. Thank you guys for watching, take care, and bye-bye.